My screen is visible, right? Yesterday we have discussed about the legal entity, like legal entity where we are going to define the tax reports, where we are going to generate the tax reports and filling for the boundary body. So the setups for the legal entity, setup and maintenance, select the financials, legal structure. First we need to define the legal address. Select, click on manage legal address. To create the new legal address, click on the create button. Country I will select as the India.
నావిగేషన్ ఒకసారి చెప్తారా?
Navigation. Setup and maintenance. Financial. Under financial, select the legal structure. In legal structure, select the manage legal addresses. Click on create button. Country is India. City is Hyderabad. Click on OK. Once if you enter the address line number 1, city, pin code and the country, click on OK. We have created our legal address. Now we are going to create a legal entity. For legal entity, under the manage legal address, there is a manage legal entity. Click on the manage legal entity. It will populate the select scope, search legal entity and manage legal entity. We didn't define the legal entity. We are going to define the legal entity, right? So under LOV, there is a select and add. If there is already existing any legal entity, we will select and add. Otherwise, if you are going to create a new, click on create new, select the create new. Click on apply and go to task. These are all the existing legal entities which were created by earlier. We are going to create our own legal entity. Click on the create button. Based upon the country, here EIN, in USA we will call it as a EIN or PIN. In India we will call it as a PAN number, permanent account number. I am changing the country as a India. Your permanent account number will come. Legal reporting unit registration number. We are creating a legal entity name. What should be the naming convention of the legal entity? Gap Motors. Like we have three companies, right? We need to define the three legal entities. One is for motors, one is for communication, and one is for the TCS. I will give the legal entity identifier as the same. Gap Motors LE. LE means legal entity. Legal address. Legal address we have defined earlier. Just now, like search with the gap. Gap Motors LE. Payroll statutory unit. This is for the payroll, employee payrolls and everything. Legal employee. Enable the legal employer. Permanent number. We can give anything as of now for testing purpose only. After entering of all these parameters, click on save and close. By creating of a legal entity, we have given Gap Motors value, start date, legal entity identifier, legal address, payroll statutory unit, legal employer, and permanent account number. Once we complete all giving all these details, click on save and close. We have created the legal entity. So we need to assign this legal entity at ledger level. We need to give access like currency, calendar, and chart of accounts for this legal entity. So for that, navigation is assigning legal entities to the primary ledger. The navigation is setup and maintenance, financials. Click on select the general ledger. Under general ledger, here show box is there. Required task. Select the all tasks. As of now, it is a required task. Select the all tasks. Here there is an option called assign legal entities. So click on the assign legal entities. Navigation is setup and maintenance, financials. Under functional area, general ledger. Here change it as an all tasks and click on the assign legal entities. Here our primary ledger came. So we need to assign legal entity for our primary ledger. Click on the select and add button. Here there is a icon called select and add button. Click on this. Our legal entity name is Gap. It will start with the Gap. Click on search. Gap Motors LE. Select this one. Apply and done. So we have assigned the legal entity to our primary ledger. So there is no company value as of now here. We need to assign here balancing segment value to generate the owner's equity balances and everything. Here legal entity name, legal entity identifier, country, company value we will assign now. Once if we assign this legal entity ledger, click on save and close. we need to assign the balancing segment values to the legal entities. For that, navigation is setup and maintenance. Financials. Click on select the general ledger. Think it as a all task. Assign balancing segment values to the legal entities. Select this assign balancing segment values to the legal entities. Here we have the value set company, chart of accounts, primary ledger. Assign gap company values. Gap company. Click on the create button. Select our company value here. 01 gap motors. Save and close. Click on save and close. Once if you assign this balancing segment value to the motors legal entity, click on save and close. So we have done the legal entity. We have assigned legal entity to the ledger. We have assigned balancing segment values to the legal entity. So legal entity we have done. The primary ledger we have done and legal entity we have done. Now it is a task performing creating of journals in the application to record the day-to-day business transactions. Journal is used to record the day-to-day business transactions. How we are going to create journals in the application? We will have a home dashboard here. We don't have the general accounting here. Module access because of to create a journal. We need to give roles to the user and we need to perform the data access to the user. For example, I will show you in the one with one more user.
This legal entity for only company kadana?
Legal entity is for tax reporting, filing. Company level lone legal entity chestam.
Okay.
ఇక్కడ జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ ఉంది కదా, ఇది ఓఆర్ఏసి అనే యూజర్ సేమ్ అప్లికేషన్. ఈ జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ ఉంది కదా ఇక్కడ కనిపిస్తుందా. సో జర్నల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే జర్నల్ అకౌంటింగ్ లోకి వెళ్ళి జర్నల్స్ పేజ్ ఓపెన్ చేసి జర్నల్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. బట్ మనకి గ్యాప్ యూజర్ కి దెర్ ఈస్ నో యాక్సెస్ ఫర్ ద జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ హియర్. యూ కెనాట్ సీ ద జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ మాడ్యూల్ హియర్. హౌ యూ కెన్ గెట్ దిస్ జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ మాడ్యూల్ అంటే based upon the roles and data access set. The user should have the general accounting roles. ఆ రోల్స్ ఎలా డిఫైన్ చేస్తామంటే నావిగేషన్ మీరు రాసుకోవచ్చు. టు గెట్ యాక్సెస్ ఫర్ ద జనరల్ లెడ్జర్ we need to assign 5 types of roles to the user. How we are going to assign these roles to the user? For that navigation, from home page, click on the setup and maintenance. Financial. In the functional area, initial users are there. Select the initial users. Change it as an all tasks. Click on the create implementation users. It will navigate into the user security console page. So where we are going to create the new user, or if you want to assign roles to the user, already manam gap ane user ni define chesinam kada. Select as a gap, enter the gap, click on search. Username will display under. Click on the gap user. We have only the 4 types of roles here: application implementation consultant, manager, employee, IT security manager. But this user want to access general ledger to enter the journals, so he should have some roles. The roles are general accounting manager, general accountant, chief financial officer, financial analyst, and controller. If we assign these roles to the user, then he is able to perform the general accounting module, like entering of journals, modification of journals, journal reversal. Everything access will get by assigning roles. Click on edit for gap user. Under we have a add role. Click on add role. Select as a general accountant. Add role member. Click on add role membership. General accounting manager. ORA is the predefined. These are the predefined roles. So the system is defined automatically. Add this role to this user. General accountant, general accounting manager, chief financial officer. Financial analyst. Add role membership. Controller. Let's see what are the roles this user is having. General accounting manager, general accountant. Okay, these two financial officer. So we have, okay, no problem. By adding these two roles also, we are getting access for creating of journal. So what are the roles we have assigned now? General accountant, general accounting manager, and financial analyst for the gap user to perform the general ledger module. Once assigning these roles, click on the save and close. Click on done. Usually, if you add any roles to the user, we need to perform the LDAP program in the backend in the schedule process page to synchronize this role to the application. లైక్ మనం ఏవైతే ఈ ప్రివిలేజెస్ ఇచ్చామో అవన్నీ ఈ యూజర్ తో సింక్రనైజ్ అయ్యి అప్లికేషన్ లో యాక్సెస్ రావాలంటే we need to perform the LDAP program. The from schedule process page. To run the LDAP program, the navigation is navigator, tools, schedule process, click on the schedule new process. Search with the LDAP. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. So synchronize users roles. Here you can see synchronize users roles and role grants with definitions in LDAP. Select this one. Synchronize users roles and role grants with the definition in LDAP. Select OK. Just click on the submit. Process number 1173789. The system will run backend the programs to synchronize the privileges to the user. It will take time to 2-3 minutes. It's got success. Now the roles were like synchronized. Click on sign out and sign in first. Once if you assign the roles, better sign out and log out and log in. Here general accounting which is the gap and user key. Earlier we don't have the general accounting module access. Now this user got the access of general accounting module. So we can create the journals now. Before going to create the journals, like I will show you one more difference. What is the data access set? Why we should give the data access set for the users? Data access set. Data access set is very important to the user. What data you are going to access in your company or a ledger access, ledger data. So without data access set, you are not able to perform the journals. We already మనం data access set ఇచ్చిన user ORAC అనేది. I will show you the create journal. ఈ లెడ్జర్ అనేది ORAC లెడ్జర్ వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ. కానీ మనకి మన ఈ గ్యాప్ యూజర్ లో ఒకసారి ట్రై చేస్తాం. జర్నల్స్ వస్తాయా, ఒకవేళ మనం క్రియేట్ చేసిన గ్యాప్ లెడ్జర్ వస్తుందా. హియర్ చేంజ్ ద డేటా యాక్సెస్ సెట్. అంటే మనం ఓన్లీ జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ మాడ్యూల్ అనేది యాక్సెస్ ఇచ్చినాం, బట్ అందులో ఉన్న డేటా మాత్రం మనం ఇవ్వలేదు. డేటా ఎలా వస్తుందంటే మనం లెడ్జర్ లో ఏవైతే కరెన్సీ, చార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్, కన్వెన్షన్ మెథడ్, క్యాలెండర్ డిఫైన్ చేసినామో ఆ డేటా అంతా మనం తీసుకొని వచ్చి ఇక్కడ రావాలంటే డేటా యాక్సెస్ సెట్ అనేది పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి. ఏం లేదు, ఈ ప్రైమరీ లెడ్జర్ లో ఉన్న డేటాని జిఎల్లో తీసుకొని రావాలంటే మనం డేటా యాక్సెస్ సెట్ అనే ఒక సెటప్ ని పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి. How you are going to perform the data access set? Navigation for the data access set. If you give the data access set only, then the primary ledger data will transfer to the GL, and we are going to perform the journals. To create the data access set, click on setup and maintenance. Financials. Under functional area, go to the users and security. Select the users and security. Change it as a all tabs. Down you will have the manage data access for users. Manage data access ante data ni access ఇవ్వడం user ki, అంటే వాళ్ళకి మనం అప్లికేషన్ లో యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తున్నాం డేటాని. Manage data access for users and click on the create button. We are going to create a new data access for users. మన యూజర్ నేమ్ ఎవరు? గ్యాప్. రోల్ మనం ఇందాక అసైన్ చేసినాం కదా, జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ మేనేజర్, జనరల్ అకౌంటెంట్. సెక్యూరిటీ కంటెక్స్ట్, మనం ఇప్పుడు ఏ దానికి సెక్యూరిటీ కంటెక్స్ట్ అంటే బియూ లెవెల్లో ఇస్తున్నామా, లెడ్జర్ లెవెల్లో ఇస్తున్నామా అనేది ఇక్కడ లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ వాల్యూస్ లో ఉంటాయి. జనరల్ అకౌంటింగ్ అంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా డేటా యాక్సెస్ సెట్ వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ లెడ్జర్ లెవెల్ వస్తుంది. ప్రైమరీ లెడ్జర్, వీఆర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ ప్రైమరీ లెడ్జర్ లో ఉన్న డేటాని ఈ గ్యాప్ కి ఈ జనరల్ అకౌంటెంట్ అంటే జర్నల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తున్నాం. ప్రైమరీ లెడ్జర్ లో ఉన్న డేటా లైక్ కరెన్సీ, క్యాలెండర్, చార్ట్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్ ఉన్న డేటాని డేటా యాక్సెస్ సెట్ ద్వారా జర్నల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి GL లో యాక్సెస్ ఇస్తున్నాం. General accounting manager, data access set, select ledger. One more role is there, financial analyst. We will assign that financial analyst. After assigning our roles to the user, data access set based upon the security context value, click on the save and close. So we need to sign out and sign in once again. So we have given the data access set, right? So it should synchronize to the user. In the welcome like home page, navigate into the general accounting. Click on the journals. Now we got the data access set as a gap primary ledger. Earlier we have a error here. please create the data access set. Now we got the general data access set for the gap primary ledger. So we need to perform the period close activities now. Data access set done. Perform the period open activities. That means manam accounting calendar create chesnam. We have the 12 periods and one adjustment period. Accounting periods open accounting periods అనేటివి statuses 5 types. There are 5 types of account period statuses: open, never open, closed, permanently closed, and future. And period statuses are used to restrict the transaction to enter or post to the GL. Without opening the period, we cannot create the journals. How the error will come? Create journal. Here accounting date is not visible. No suggestions to display. Automatically the accounting date should come here. If we perform the open close period activities, then it will open. To perform the open close period activities, to perform the period close open activity, select the general accounting module and click on the period closes. This is the dashboard of GL, general accounting dashboard, journals and period close. To perform the period open and close activities, click on the period close. Select the period close. So we need to open the periods for the general ledger, for gap primary ledger. Click on the general ledger. Here there is a general ledger. Select the general ledger. It will ask the first period. What is your organization first period to enter the transactions in the application? ఏ మంత్ నుండి మీకు జనరల్ ఈ ఫస్ట్ పీరియడ్ అనేది ఓపెన్ కావాలా ఏ ఇయర్ లో? సో అకార్డింగ్లీ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ పీరియడ్ ద సిస్టమ్ is going to enter the journals. Click on OK. From Jan 22 onwards, we are going to open the periods. The action will open the first period on the ledger. Do you want to continue? Yes. It will run one program backend and it will open the periods. Your process. Just refresh here. January 22 and February 22. So here the status is there, right side bottom, like deep right side. It is a future enterable. February is a future enterable. And January is open. And this is one of the status: permanently closed, open, closed, permanently closed, future enterable, never opened. Already never opened lo unte manam open chesnam. These 5 types of statuses in the period. ఫ్యూచర్ ఎంటరబుల్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం ఎంటర్ చేయొచ్చు కానీ పోస్ట్ చేయలేము. సేవ్ చేసి పెట్టుకోండి అంతే జర్నల్. ఓన్లీ ఇన్ ద ఓపెన్ స్టేటస్ ఓన్లీ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎంటర్ అండ్ పోస్ట్ దట్ జర్నల్. ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్ ఎంటరబుల్ వీఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు పోస్ట్, బట్ క్లోజ్డ్ ఆల్సో వీఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు ఎంటర్ అండ్ పోస్ట్. ఓన్లీ ఓపెన్ స్టేటస్ వీ కెన్ పోస్ట్. సో వీ వాంట్ టు ఓపెన్ దిస్ February as a open status. To open that period, click on the action button. Open target period. Target period I will give it as a April. See, now the status will change: February as a open, and March as a open, April as a open, and May as a future enterable. Up to April, you can enter and post this journal. Once this activity is done, click on done.